All right, what do we got now? We got mainstream media. We got LGBTQ plus A alphabet.
You just want to make me write the whole board in one day, don't you?
Toys.
Let's try to nail them out. Let's put like a
Modern digital toys, while more creatively produced, limit imagination and open thought.
Totally agreed.
Modern.
I had so much fun playing with like just regular Hot Wheels and pretending like they were the cars that I was driving. And the Ghostbusters toys when they came out when I was a kid were just absolutely great. You just let your mind wander and you just did it. And even as I was getting older and I was building the models and stuff like that, and as long as they articulated, I'd still spend some, geeky 15-year-old time sitting there just posing them and imagining like the gun firing the beam cannons and the missiles flying out. And it's just, if you don't have that imagination, you limit your ability to respond and critically think about anything, if you ask me.
Yep.
I agree 100% with you. I think more kids need to run out into the woods and beat up on a tree with some sticks and throw pine cones like they're hand grenades.
Yeah.
That's what I did when I was a kid.
Hand them a magnifying glass and tell them to look at the yard.
There you go. We used to have and then later on in my teens, we'd have BB gun wars.
Oh yeah, I did that. I actually scarred up from a couple of hits.
Yeah, the rule was always one pump, but you always had that asshole that took it to the fucking limit.
Yep, that 10 pumper, those motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, right in the side, like right in the kidney. I got hit with one of those. There was a welt for a month.
Oh. More kids need to be shot with BB guns.
Agreed.
Yeah.
you stiffen up from getting hit by a couple of those.
Maybe a couple of paintball guns wouldn't hurt too much.
Paintball, I think, is the way to like get these kids a little bit of discipline and a lot of bit of fun. Because if you're really good at it, you're not getting hit, you're having a lot of fun. But that moment that one guy sneaks around and gets you in the ass, you're gonna remember it more.
Yeah,
it's gonna be more
impactful.
Dude, we used to freeze dry, or we used to freeze our fucking paintballs.
Yep.
So evil.
And shoot them at each other. That's what these kids need right now. Just goggles. That's the only protection you have. Goggles.
No.
Helmet,
I have to tell you, I have a buddy. You need a full face mask that has the little neck guard, because I know somebody that got hit in the neck once. It took 3 fucking months for their neck to heal.
I don't care.
Really? I got nailed in the neck 4 times, and it felt better 2 days later.
They got hit with a frozen ball. They got hit with a frozen one right in the side of the neck, and I am telling you, that welt looked like they got burned. It was just swollen out the side and red.
You need to leave that, because they need to learn about fucking responsibility and course of action, right? You get shot in the neck, that's your own fault. You should have had your head up, right? but taking out an eye, you can't reverse that, right? You can replace a broken tooth. Your jaw breaks, we can wire that. We can't fix your vision once you get shot in the eyeball.
Right.
So goggles only. If you get shot in the neck, shouldn't have been a pussy, right? Learn from your mistakes, right? Suck it up. No more depression.
Give yourself a couple of tears and then stand back up and get back in.
I used to, even doing shit on my own, I used to beat the hell out of myself. I'd climb up trees, fall the fuck right out of them, hitting branches. I slid down hills. I slit the back of my leg open on a barbed wire fence doing that one time. I was climbing up the side of a barn, and I fell off and landed on my back and sat there for like an hour because I couldn't move.
It teaches you consequences.
You learn how not to do that stupid that way, and then you'll try a new different way to be stupid the next day.
Exactly. When you have a helmet on, right, and fucking knee pads and elbow pads, and your mom's chasing around with Purell, you don't fucking learn anything. You fucking pussy.
I remember when they started making helmets mandatory and part of the law in the States up here in the Northeast, and I was riding bicycles around, and all of a sudden they're like, "Where's your helmet?" It's like, I don't need a helmet. I've never had a helmet before. They're like, "Well, there's a law. You need to get a helmet." Are you serious?
That's a fuck you.
I've landed in so many bushes. I've landed in ditches. I've cut parts of my arm open. I've cut part of my back open. As a kid, I got scars everywhere. As an adult, I got a few more, but...
Yeah, now they're all burn related.
Yeah. When my kids get hurt, I'm like, do you see blood? Do you see bone? No, you're fine. Go back.
You know what we used to do for fun? We used to go to the local shopping center here. All of us fucking kids. One unlucky soul got shoved into a fucking shopping cart and pushed towards the road, all right? And he had to sink or swim. because we weren't saving them. Right? It's either you tip that fucking thing and risking your fingers stuck in the mesh there and rubbing it off on the concrete, or you're gonna get hit by a semi truck. It's your call. You're under pressure, right? More kids need to be balled up and put in a shopping cart and pushed to about 10 miles an hour towards oncoming traffic.
Oh! I took apart an old. Do you remember the old banana seat bikes?
Yeah.
I took apart an old banana seat bike and used the parts from the bicycle to create a wooden wagon with furniture wheels on the bottom because it was all I had. And I used to give people rides with this thing, right? One day, we were riding down the road. I'm hauling ass, and it's a banana seat bar attached to my rear wheel going back to a bar clamp or a wire clamp that holds 2 screws onto a piece of wood. And that was what was towing the wagon with somebody in a old pet carrier that I drilled down to the board. That thing broke one day. That was fun. I have never had a friend so pissed at me I could not stop laughing because we were crossing over the bridge. We went over the other side of the bridge, and when I hit the bump, the piece on the back came off, and the cart went to the left over into the grass right off the side of the bridge and started rolling down the hill into the creek for the bridge we just went over.
Shit, I got a concussion going off a loading dock. I wasn't paying attention, just riding down by the industrial park. Decided, I'd like to fall today and, knocked myself out for a good 10 minutes.
More
But I learned
concussions.
not to pay attention or pay more attention to the industrial park layout.
Yeah.
More concussions for these kids. They need more brain damage.
Absolutely.
Or at least it'd explain more.
I encourage my kids to be somewhat daring. Like, I can't wait till my son gets to the point where he feels comfortable jumping his bike off of something more than a few inches because I keep pushing him like, no, even if you hurt yourself, don't worry about it. Just do it. He finally...
Being a bitch.
We used to go down to my buddy's house, and there is a spot behind the grocery store where the hill was cut away for the loading dock. And so the hill dropped like 10 or 12 feet at like 2 degrees from 90. And you'd come off of that thing, and if you weren't moving fast enough, your wheels wouldn't leave the ground, and you'd be on the ground at the bottom. Or you'd come off fast enough that when you hit the bottom, your heart was moving so fast, you're like, fuck, I gotta do that again!
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, you were falling off on your way over.
You took chances because it's fun, because there was the idea that you could get hurt, but there was the glory in pulling it off. And I don't think these fucking kids, dude, these fucking kids are pussies. I fucking hate them. I fucking hate them.
Hey,
I hate the kids today.
G. Barnett. I am the way. I am the way. I am the way.
He does not know the way.
I do not know the way. I am the way.
Good hates this.
I hate what?
Probably this meme.
I didn't mind it for the first day. Let's do one more topic.
I'm rolling it towards I am the way.
No. Well, not the way.
I am not the way. I will be the way.